If I could go back to the year 2016, the first thing that I would do is probably to go watch Sing Street in the cinema and experience the whole thing, like in the big screen with like all these people who like probably share the same interests as me. Oh my god, it's been 5 years since I've seen the movie, 5 to 6 years since I first seen the movie, and it's still like my favorite top of the list movie of all time. And it's like, oh my god, maybe it's not even in the list. I'm not gonna even include it in the list. It's like it shouldn't be in the list. It's like such a good, perfect movie. There's nothing spectacular about that movie. It's just like a simple coming of age movie. It's about this boy who wants to impress a girl by forming a band, and he wrote musics that are based on her. She inspires him to write the lyrics and the songs that he makes. And oh my god, it's so good because it's such a simple storyline, but because of the context, because of the relationships between the people, because of the situation they're in, it makes the story feel so much more deeper, because you understand like what are the things that these people are going through, and then how it affects their life, how it affects them making decisions, how it affects how they treat others. So basically, this movie sets in if I'm not mistaken, I should have made some research before this. I know I've seen this movie like so many times, but like I keep forgetting like the characters' names and the context stuff. But I believe the movie is set in 1980s in Dublin, Ireland. So the situation during that time in Ireland is not very good. It's like economic situation, those kind of stuffs. So people are affected by it. So it creates this very depressing situation. It creates this very depressing context for all these characters, that they're all in the same situation, but they're all trying to figure out how to move on with their life, how to care for their family, how to fall in love, make do things that are gonna like help you to survive in the economy. So even though like there are a lot of people in this movie who behaves like in a very, I would say, obnoxious way, like they're like, I wouldn't say they're not inherently bad people, they become like that because of the situation they're in. It's such a bad situation. So I wouldn't say like there's no one in this movie is like inherently evil, or maybe at least not naturally evil. I don't know how to say it, but it's just because of how the environment that they're in, it creates this very this creates this unsatisfaction, this envy of someone else getting the dream that you don't have, the inability to be happy for other people, those kind of stuff. So yeah, so this movie is about this boy Connor. He's his family, his parents are getting a divorce, so it's affecting him because of that, also because of the economic situation. So then because of that, his parents cannot really support him to go to his regular school, so they have to transfer him to like a Catholic school. And it's somehow known that this religious school is not very like, it doesn't have like great reputation among the people. And when Connor finally attends the school, the students there are they're not good. I don't know how else to say it. They're just bad people. I mean, like I said before, they're bad because of like the situation they're in. Maybe they get stress, they get pressure from the parents or whatever, or like those kind of stuff. So like these people are like, majority of them are just bad. So yeah. And then the first, I wouldn't say conflict, but something that you can see in the movie is how Connor got reprimanded by his principal for him wearing brown colored shoes, when in the rule book you would have to wear black shoes to school. But then Connor has and like a perfectly clear reason why he has that, because they don't have any money to get new shoes for him. That's the only shoes he have, and it's not like a bad pair of shoes. They're a very decent pair of shoes. But somehow, like, I guess how I interpret it is in a way that the principal cannot accept that someone is not following his rules. So it shows that he's out of power in that sense. So he wanted to have this power in this economy, in this situation where everyone is like depressed, everyone is trying to survive. So he needs to have some sort of control of what he can control. So even if it's like the smallest thing, somehow it validates him when people follows what he says. That's why he insists on like Connor getting the black shoes to follow the rules that he has made, or at least he's trying to make it to apply to everyone in the school. It's just, I think a lot of the things that happen in this movie, I think it was mentioned in some part of the movies that there are so many people in this movie who are they're behaving very badly towards other people. They're bullies, they abuse people, all those kind of stuff. And it has to do with them wanting to have some kind of control of what they can control in this horrible situation. So a parent that, I guess, they're also pressured by whatever is happening, so they transfer that pressure to their kids, so they abuse their kids, and then it also happens to the teachers. So in this situation where you feel hopeless most of the time, so you can only show your power through at other people's expense, you know. Yeah. And what else? So I think that's the one of the main point of this movie, and then Connor and his team kind of like trying to go against, like, they were the victim in the beginning of the movie, and after some time they realize that they can use that against those people who are trying to make their life more difficult, you know. Like when he got bullied by that guy, and then in the end they somehow recruited him to, okay, you can use that ability of yours of like fighting and hurting people and being bigger than other people or whatever, but use that to a good cause. Why not be our like bodyguards? Like, we're gonna be a huge band and we need a bodyguards. So they're trying to like make use of that ability of the bully, and then they can use that to their own advantage, and that's really nice. Another thing about this movie is, oh my god, it's actually a really sad movie, guys. I don't know, like, I think I could just cry every time I watch this movie, no matter how times I've seen it. What the part with the siblings is just so sad. One is, okay, so Connor, he has 2 older siblings. I think Anne is an older sister, maybe. So Brandon, Anne, and Connor. So these 3, they're not very, like, it's not like the main topic of the movie, because we don't really know much about Anne. We know some things about Brandon, but somehow you kind of feel sorry for them. You have empathy for them because of the situation they're in. Their parents are in a loveless marriage, and they have to suffer because of what their parents did. And there was this scene where, like, there were multiple scenes where the parents are arguing outside, and then there's one particular scene where they all hide in a room when their parents are arguing outside, and then they just play music and they dance together. And it's so, there's something in this movie, they say as happy sad, meaning is the ability of you to be happy or content with the sad feet. I mean, to accept that you are sad. So I think this scene perfectly describe that term, happy sad. Like, I'm sure all of them are like very, very sad about the situation. They're very stressed that their parents are doing this to them while they're just trying to grow up and have a normal life. But then they accept it. They I mean, like, they can't do anything about it, so they accept it, and they try to have some fun while they are able to, you know. And it's sad. And then, oh my god, this another scene, like, never fails to play with my emotions. It was this scene of, so Connor, throughout the movie, he loves making videos, music videos, and he loves making music. So a lot of his musical endeavors involves him, like, also creating a music video for that song. And then in this one song called Drive It Like You Stole It, he imagines that the setting is like a school prom, like an American school prom, and everyone's dancing, and then there are lights, there are decorations, and they're all wearing suits, and that's how he imagines that video is gonna be. So they all came to the school, they have some friends, or I don't know, like some people from the school who are gonna be like the background dancers, and they already prepared like a stage and some decorations, but it's nowhere near like something that he imagines, but whatever about that. And then he also had the girl Rafina to star in the video, but they had like some kind of dispute. I wouldn't say dispute, I don't know, I think something happened between them. It's a long story, like she wanted to go to London or whatever, so he was expecting her to come, but he was just waiting for her to come while as they are shooting the video. And then as the song was playing, it appears that everything that is in Connor's imagination came to life. So there were so many people there dancing around, and then the room is all decorated, everyone wears nice outfits, and Rafina walks in as the main character, as Connor and the band are playing the song on stage. And it was just like how Connor imagined the whole thing to be. And then my god, it's so sad, he's just a little kid. And then and then throughout the sequence, everything seems perfect. Rafina, sorry, hold that, I just bit. Anyway, so Rafina walks in, and then Connor is like performing happily, and then the principal comes in, but the principal is now a cool guy, he does cartwheels, and then his parents comes in holding hands and they're dancing together, and then his brother comes in, and his brother, who is in real life is like I don't know how, in a nice way, how do I say this, but his brother is not like, it's not well put. I'll just say it that way. So in this imagination, his brother is like very cool, very protective, very put together. And then when everything's well, during the climax of the song, everyone dances together and everyone is happy. And then after the music, well, as the music ends, you realize that this was all in Connor's imagination. None of those things were real. Rafina wasn't there. His parents are still not in love with each other. His brother is still like not doing anything with his life, and his principal is still like an evil person that he is. And it's just that, and it's so sad to watch him, like the difference between his eyes and his imagination and in real life. Like there are no light in his eyes. My god, it's such a simple movie, but it's like it's so heartbreaking. And then another scene that really plays with my emotions is when Connor and his brother were sitting on the stairs, and then they were just watching their mom sitting outside reading a newspaper, just absorbing the sunlight, and they were just saying that she always wanted to go travel, but their parents never brought her. And it's just so sad. I don't know, I just imagine like, you know, trying to like find something to make you happy, and at that point the only thing that their mother could do is to sit outside and have some time to herself and just get sunlight and read newspapers. So depressing. Yeah. And all those things happening, and then like, but aside from the things that make me cry, there are also things that make me laugh, like so many of them, and then makes me happy. And then I just love Connor and Eamon's relationship. I mean, like, they just like got to know each other in the beginning of the movie, and then towards the end they're already best friends. And then Connor can just come to Eamon's house and just say, do you want to write music? And then, yeah, sure. And then they just write music, like in the middle of the night. You can just randomly show up to like a friend's house and wanted to do something together. That's like the dream. That's like the dream for me. And then yeah, I'm just rambling because, oh my god, I just bad again. I'm just rambling because I've seen this movie so many times, and I'm just trying to remember all the things that made me happy about this movie, that made me sad, made me cry. And like, you can't defeat the final scene of the movie where his brother like sends Connor and Rafina to send them away on a boat so that they can go to London together. And then as he says goodbye to his brother, and then as Connor and Rafina floats away in their boat, finally Brandon was so satisfied with what he did. He realized that at a point he achieved something. He did something for someone he loved. Like, there's meaning to whatever he's doing. And it's just, oh my god, it's so sad. So sad seeing him like that. Anyways, so the movie ended with Connor and Rafina on a boat on their way to London, and it was raining, and it seems like the path is gonna be very rocky, and then it's not gonna be an easy journey to London. But in the end, they're both happy, which I think sums up what's gonna happen, because they both like they both dream to have a new life in London together. Connor as a musician and Rafina as a model, and then they wanted to build a new life there, but it just ended there. So you don't know what actually happens to them, if they actually become successful, if they actually get what they wanted, or if they're just gonna be like just another musician or just another failed artist in the industry. You don't know that, but at least you know that they escape from what's been holding them back from getting that, from achieving their dream. Yeah, it's such oh my god, it's such a simple movie, but I love it so much. I wish I could just go back and watch this the first time. Like, I want to forget everything and I want to watch it again, and like, I don't know, and not knowing what to expect. Yeah. My god, I've been rambling for 20 minutes. It's the best movie ever. I don't know why not many people are talking about this, but at the same time, I want this movie to go like big, but at the same time, I want to keep it. Yeah. Anyways, that's my April movie review. I just watched it like a few minutes before recording this video. Bye.